It's Mrs. Hott from the Morgan County Partnership with this week's Positive Action virtual lesson. Are you ready? I hope so. Let's get started. So, this year, every Friday, we're going to meet with positive action videos for you. I want to see if we can help you discover who you are, your uniqueness, and how you are wonderfully made. So, are you ready? Join me now, and if there's anything I can ever do for you, you just let me know. Okay? I'm going to share with you the positive action lesson for high school students, and then we're going to get to take a look at the Youth and Peace in Action program. And this is really cool. You want to know why? Because this year you're going to get to participate with students from all over the country in the biggest effort ever to mobilize teenagers just like you to make the world a more peaceful place.
What exactly makes up Youth and Peace in Action? The initiative is driven by a belief that peace education is a meaningful way to support young people as problem solvers. Young people ages 14 to 24, the world's largest and fastest growing demographic, should be supported as essential peace builders. And today's youth are influencers who are eager to build and sustain a culture of peace. There are 4 parts to the YPA experience. The second is a desktop and mobile-friendly online learning platform and community that makes peace education experiences easily available, including a core peace education course that, when completed, qualifies students to apply and participate in live peace project training and team-based peace projects. The implementing partners for the initiative are New-Gen Peace Builders and Outward Bound Peace Building. Resources that underpin Youth and Peace in Action experiences have been road tested in New-Gen Peace Builders workshops, dialogues, discussions, and peace project implementations. The learning experience leverages content widely recognized in the peace building community, including the distinction of positive peace and the 8 pillars of positive peace framework developed by the Institute for Economics and Peace, a global research organization and strategic partner of Rotary International. This has evolved and been shaped into a collection of online content and experiences, including a 21-day peace challenge, case studies of youth-led peace projects, and a place to create and connect with other young people to address issues of concern. What should it all add up to? Opportunities for more and more young people to be peace builders in their communities, and to inspire others to build peace and repeat the peace. The collective and collaborative goals for Youth and Peace in Action are ambitious. Ambitious, yes, but they are aligned with a purpose. The Youth and Peace in Action initiative is using new tools to put youth at the center of peace building and inviting communities to join in.
Morgan County Partnership Positive Actions is excited to offer the YPA live stream with this link above or found in the YouTube description below. YPA course will begin on October 15th with a mobile peace platform. Go to the link youthpeaceaction.org. To start the program, students click the button, Become a Young Peace Builder. Then the site will take you to a place to enter the Morgan County code for students and for teachers and advisors. This program is a free $500 tuition provided for our students by our local Rotary Club. Begin earning credit for your graduation. Completion of the YPA Positive Action course will apply a quarter credit per year once adopted by the Board of Ed. For now, the YPA 21-Day Challenge offers you a community to meet other high schoolers and to see Berkeley Springs High School showcasing their peace projects. Our new Positive Action core value word this week is valuable. And in Spanish, it's valioso or valiosa. What does valuable mean? Valuable means to be precious and of great worth. Now, before we start with today's lesson, I want you each to think of something that is precious to you. Okay? It doesn't have to be something that cost $1 bazillion or anything, but what is something that is precious and of great worth to you? Something that has a lot of importance. For Mrs. Hott, I value my time outside on my porch reading a book. I know, well, I'm 56 and I do enjoy that, right? When all the dishes are done, I go out and sit on the swing with a new book. That's precious to me. How about you? What do you value? Maybe it's something that someone in your family gave you. A gift from someone. My grandmother gave me a silver swan. Yeah, it was a pin that she got when she went on a big boat with my granddad to Paris. It was pretty cool. He bought her a silver swan. That's valuable to me. Is it worth a lot of money? No. But it's precious because of the person it came from. Is there something you value because it's from that person? Well, think about this, high school student. You are precious to others too. Why? Because of your unique self-concept. Yeah, there are things that are different about you that make you precious to others around you. Makes you precious to me, your teacher, your friends, your classmates. Yes, valuable. We're going to get started with our positive actions lesson from week 5 for high school students. Are you ready? This week our goal is to learn the part of your thoughts that play in the thought, action, feeling circle. To learn how your thoughts lead to your actions. To learn that you can train your brain to be positive. You can. It sounds pretty crazy, doesn't it? You can train your brain, a teenager. You can train it to be positive. Let's see what positive action says. Thoughts are the starting point in the thoughts, action, feeling circle. All kinds of thoughts come into your head every day. Do you know how many? 60,000. That's a lot. 60,000 thoughts enter your brain every day. And they can be either positive or negative, but they are rarely ever neutral. The specific neurology of teenagers contributes to the complexity of growing up. During early adolescence, your brain is developing neutral networks at an amazing rate, faster and stronger than at any other time since you were a baby. What you think about directs how those neutral networks develop. How about that, guys? So your thoughts, how you're thinking, is developing your brain today because you're a teenager. That's the science behind why we need to have positive actions in high school. Yep, you are in charge of how your mind develops. And that's a mind-blowing thought to be sure. That means that if you spend a lot of time thinking about music, okay, then the neural pathways in that part of your brain of that process in music will strengthen. The same process applies to math or sports or art, just in different parts of your brain. Pretty cool, huh? You can actually create a smarter brain by exercising these neural pathways through learning, okay? And that's why positive action, that's why coming to school every day is so important. It's called training your brain to be positive. By thinking positive thoughts about anything, okay, you're strengthening your brain's abilities in those areas. So by thinking about your self-concept and what's important to you, you can pick. Isn't that cool? What parts of your brain you want to make stronger. Essentially, all the positive actions you'll learn are helping you to train new neural pathways in a more positive brain. Isn't that cool? Unfortunately, some people will have had a lot of negative conditions in their lives, even at a young age, okay? They may have something called adverse childhood experiences, okay? And if you ever need help with those, please just ask. It may not be fair, I know, but it is true. Hopelessness and helplessness, they can become a learned thing, ingrained in a pattern of life. A pattern of negative thoughts actions and feelings develops, and some pretty dismal consequences will follow, like drugs, alcohol, and tobacco use, or even violence or harmful behaviors. These people have the same power as everyone else to train their brains to be positive. It might take a little more work, but they can overcome negative patterns that they're stuck in. Are you stuck in one? You can overcome that. Let's try it this year in Positive Actions, okay? Of course, some patterns are too deep or too hard for teenagers to handle by themselves. And there are things like addictions and anorexia, personality disorders that can require extra attention. And in that case, you need to seek help to overcome those problems. But even then, part of the process will be this: back to training your brain to think positively. And that's powerful, right, teenagers? And it requires practice, intentions, consciousness, and development to get it right, okay? It's practice. Everything takes practice, right? Like football, getting the ball in the right place, it takes practice, and it's okay to mess up. That's what we're learning to do with Positive Actions. We just keep on practicing. You can't always control which thoughts come into your mind. I get that. And you'll certainly have both positive and negative thoughts. But you can choose which ones you will allow to remain there. Okay? You can choose which thoughts you're going to nourish, and you can choose which actions you're going to act on. If most of those 60,000 thoughts that come into your mind every day are negative, your self-concept, how you feel about yourself, it can take a massive beating, right? With all those negative thoughts. That's called stinking thinking. Positive thoughts aren't just happy and chipper, okay? We know that. It goes much deeper than that. They are honest. They are courageous, altruistic, and responsible. They give you direction, focus, and balance, and they help with your mood swings. You can think clearly about who you are, okay, and what you need to do, and you have the energy and direction to do it. If your thoughts are whiny and self-absorbed and, oh, what about me, on my phone, oh, look at this, I need to do this and have this you know what? Petulant, judgmental, blaming, mean-spirited, distracted, violent, or abusive, then you are lost in that failure circle we talked about last week. A negative cycle that makes life harder and harder for you. You can move from one cycle to another by the power of your thoughts. That's pretty powerful stuff there. You can train your brain here to be positive and move you to that success circle. And you do that by thinking about what you're thinking. I think that's kind of cool. How do you get from the failure circle to the positive circle? You think about what you're thinking. Evaluate a thought, whether it's realistic or not, whether it has merit or not, or truth. Be honest with yourself, and whether it is positive or negative. This self-monitoring of thoughts is a very sophisticated skill. If you can master that during adolescence, you will be ahead of the maturational curve of most adults. If you determine that the thought is negative, you can flip it to a positive thought instead. There you go. Of course, you know by now that your actions spring from your thoughts, right? So those new positive thoughts that will lead to positive actions and outcomes that will serve you much better in the long run. Choosing positive thoughts helps you do not only the right thing, but also the best thing. How and what you think propels what you do, and that creates how you feel about yourself and how your life turns out. Think about that, teenager. How and what you think about yourself creates how you feel about yourself, and that affects how your life turns out. Now, there's every reason in the world, guys, to feel positive about yourself. You're here. You got here with something unique. You got here with something valuable, okay? That's important. And when you're feeling blue, when you're having those negative thoughts, when you're going to that stinking thinking, remember Mrs. Hot said, hey, get rid of the stinking thinking. I'm important. I am valuable. Why? Just because I'm me. You're valuable just because you're you. Believe it, believe it. Thinking positive thoughts is the starting point of a life that you really want. Positive thoughts are important because they lead to actions and positive feelings about yourself. But if you need help, there are some people from the partnership here to do it together with you. I'm here with you too. I'm going to be here every Friday to talk to you about your unique self-concept, how you think and how you feel about yourself, and to remind you every day you're important. Your school's a better place with you here, and most of all, you are wonderfully made. Wow! This planet's a pretty cool place, but man, it's pretty wonderful with you here too.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear? Well, let that lonely feeling wash away. Maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand. And oh, someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head and look around, you will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. There's a place where we don't have to feel unknown, and every time that you call out you will be found. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need someone to carry you, and you're broken on the ground, you will be found. Every time you'll rise again, if you only look around.